prophet had bid thee to do some great thing, wouldst thou not have done it? Because they got a lot of people will break their neck if you tell them something big, they'll blow their mind. I can do that. Yeah. But when you tell them something a little thing to do, they're like, what? How y'all doing out there again? Freddie Cozy checking in. Hope everything going well with everybody as always. Everybody on the up and up. Everything going well. If not, I'm praying for that to happen for you. Today I just want to kind of talk about the littlest things. Sometimes I'm trying to see how I can put this. Sometimes, say like we're trying to get somewhere and somebody's already there, or somebody give you a suggestion and it's something really simple to do, but sometimes you get a little frustrated when you're told something just the littlest things to do. And also, a lot of people expect a lot of things. I look at it in this way. A lot of people just want their hand to be held on a lot of things and where they want to get in life, and they want things like that, or they want it the way they expected to get it. They got it in their mind. If it go this way, it should work, and a lot of times they ain't it. a lot of people ain't patient either in this day and time on acquiring to get things. They're very impatient. And I look at it in this day and age. Another example, I guess. A lot of times, some people when they want to get somewhere and somebody tell them how to do it, and like I say, it's not their way that they thought it should happen to acquire what they want, and they get mad. Today in the Bible, I'm gonna talk about a man that was, when he was told to do something to change his situation, he got mad because he was thinking that it should have, what he wanted should happen this way by going to do this because of the thing what he thought seeing. He thought that this was going to be better to do for him to get, his deliverance, I should say. I had something else in my mind and it won't come. But anyway, a lot of times in life, that's what it sometimes it be. It's just the simplest thing to do, and not the great big things to do. People don't tell you a great big thing to do, but we expect sometimes that it should be that way, or somebody to at least, like I say, sometimes people think that their hands should be held in doing some things, which is, in times really shouldn't be, because of that person, if somebody did hold your hand, they ain't gonna always be there to hold your hand and help you to do things. Certain things you got to do on your own. So I'm gonna start reading this story, this passage. If you got your Bible, let's turn to 2 Kings, the 5th chapter, and I'm gonna start at the 9th verse. But just to give you a little what happened in the beginning. Well, just a little briefly. You can read it in your spare time. But this lady of the house of Israel, she knew of the prophet of God in that time, and she was actually helping his wife. I'm just paraphrasing it. She just told him she knew somebody who can probably help him. And on down in the verses, the gentleman, his name is going to be Naaman, who he was a leopard. He had a disease. But anyway, when everything was set up for him to meet him, and the meeting with Elijah, let me see, I may have to go ahead and start reading. Let me go ahead and start reading. I'm going to start at that 9th verse. So Naaman came with his horses and with his chariot, and stood at the door of the house of Elijah. And Elijah sent a messenger unto him, saying, Go and wash in Jordan 7 times, and thy flesh shall come again to thee, and thou shalt be clean. But Naaman was wroth, and went away and said, Behold, I thought he would surely come out to me, and stand, call on the name of the Lord, his God, and strike his hand over the place, and recover the leopard. Are not Abner and Pharpar, rivers of Damascus, better than all the waters of Israel? May I not wash in them and be clean? So he turned and went away in a rage. 13th verse. And his servants came near and spake unto him, and said, My father, if the prophet had bid thee to do some great thing, wouldest thou not have done it? How much rather then, when he said to thee, Wash and be clean? Then went he down and dipped himself 7 times in Jordan, according to the saying of the man of God. And his flesh came again like unto the flesh of a little child, and he was clean. 15th verse. And he returned to the man of God, he and all his company, and came and stood before him, and he said, Behold, now I know that there is no God in all the earth but in Israel. Now therefore I pray thee, take a blessing of thy servant. So I'm going to stop right there. Just to talk on that. A lot of times, sometimes the answer you looking for, whether in the natural you looking for something to happen, some people get certain jobs, and some people aspire to, I guess, get the same type job or things like that in the natural, or whatever position it can be, or things to that nature. Whatever it is, a lot of people aspire to or want something that somebody got, or wonder how they can get help on things like that. A lot of times some people, when they are told little things to do, they get kind of, I guess the word would be insulted. I think that's what Naaman pretty much got insulted, like. And also, he didn't even come out to see him at first. So I guess he was a little insulted in a way. And he was questioning the advice that he got. Like, how in the world? Like I said, he's looking from the wrong eye. And he was trying to figure out, this probably will work better for me. But like I said, he the one in need. And so you shouldn't be wondering or questioning sometimes. Some people like that, they say they need help, then a person help them or give them advice, and they be like, this ain't enough. This ain't going to help me. But yet they in the person in need. You got people like that. Like expecting, like I say, sometimes they hand held on certain things, but if somebody did do that, that's not going to last always, because that person sometimes ain't going to be there. And we as natural human beings and that person not always going to be there. You got to get with it yourself and learn how to do things yourself. You know what I'm saying? But that's kind of, like I said in the beginning, that's where Naaman was kind of insulted. Sometimes we can get like way and get some people get insulted, but yet They the one in need. I know y'all understand what I'm talking about. Y'all got friends and people that like that, expecting like what, but anyway, that's what he did. But when he, like I say, it's good to have good people around you. A lot of people who got a good head on them, the sober-minded person. I'm pretty sure if you some. Well, I ain't gonna get into that, but I'm a user because that's the only thing in my mind. Like a lot of people say, if they going out to have a good time, they got to have the designated driver. Sometimes it's good to have the designated one who gonna keep a cool head. You got to have those people around you, cause you know what I'm saying. Somebody with a cool head, a sober thinking head. Talk to him. One of his servants in the 13th verse, he's saying his servants came there and spake unto him and said, "My father, if the prophet had bid thee to do some great thing, wouldst thou not have done it?" Because they got a lot of people will break their neck if you tell them something big. They'll blow their mind. I can do that. Yeah. But when you tell them something a little thing to do, they're like, what? Because like I said, they looking for a different outlook. They're looking at some massive thing to get some massive done. But not all the time it's not like that. A little thing, sometimes it's just the little things. Little things can make a whole lot of difference. Sometimes a little thing can make a whole lot of bad things to happen too. When they're dealing with you're talking and that little tongue, member and things. But faith, when Jesus was talking about, how small, like how faith of a grain of mustard seed, and he was giving a comparison how that tree is so small when in the beginning, but it can become great. A lot of things, greatness come out of the smallest things. But anyway, I kind of want to stay here because I can keep going everywhere. But anyway, I hope you getting out of it. It's not always, he was like I say, he wanted it to happen his way, the way he thought he was going to get his healing from. He thought he can do it that way, but it just didn't work that way. But it was good he had somebody with a sober-minded thinking. Because if he would just went away, he would have never got healed. But when he did exactly what the prophet of God said, he got his healing. And he couldn't do nothing but thank God. He said, "Behold, now I know that there is no God in all the earth, but in Israel." So in other words, I know it for now. I know now. A lot of times we go ahead and do things. You can be like this. Oh, man, that's all it took. And a lot of times that's what it be. It'd be the smallest thing, and it'd be the only thing, all they had to take, versus doing some great big old thing. Always have to be some great big old thing. When people tell you something, it can be the small thing. If you just take that time and do the smallest thing, you can see you'll come out all right. So anyway, I hope you got some out of the word today. I ain't so much long-winded, but a lot of time when I get something, it's for me too. When I'm going through things, I open up this book. What did the word say about this thing? You know what I'm saying? But we can just keep the faith in God, and we are not in God on a lot of things, on what He said. We'll be so much better off. I know I'm better off when I read the Word. I can relax in the Word. It can have all this other stuff going on around me, but there's some in the Word of God that talks about it or speaks about it. And like I say, the littlest things. Don't be getting started on the littlest things somebody tell you to do. Something great can come out the littlest things. great things. But anyway, that's all I had today. I'm gonna try to do a little bit more of these videos. I ain't been talking a whole lot, so when you stop talking a lot, it's just like lifting weights. You know, you'll get weaker, or you ain't as fluid if you ain't doing it a lot. So I need to start speaking a lot more like I used to. But anyway, I hope y'all got some out of the word today. And as I always say, stay thankful, be blessed, stay thankful, be safe. Definitely be safe in this time. Be safe and stay thankful. And I'll see y'all on the next go round. Peace out.